What's going on, everybody? Welcome. And today I want to talk about something really interesting. Now, yesterday, Mortal Kombat released two new characters, and that was Katana and Devora. And I want to focus on Devora. Okay? Now, there was word that Devora's Fatality was something to behold, to say the least. Right? So, we all knew that Devora was coming back from Mortal Kombat 11. And, you know, fatalities are a special part of the game. Alright? That's what made Mortal Kombat, are the fatalities. In each game, the fatalities get more and more extravagant. They get more and more deadly. Other words, deadly, gross, brutal, gruesome, disturbing, however you want to call it, right? So, they released the trailers and gameplay for Devora yesterday. Yesterday. And it was time to show the fatality for Devora. And when I tell you, I have never been grossed out for Mortal Kombat ever. This was the first time I was ever grossed out by a fatality. See, you have some fatalities that are brutal, they are over the top violent, they are just, some of them are just ridiculous, some of them can be a little funny, but I've never been grossed out by fatality until Devora's fatality yesterday. For those who don't know, her fatality that they showed was she would take her soon-to-be victim, and then she would regurgitate, vomit, a mixture of some green, vile, pus-looking acidic liquid along with maggots. Okay? That in and of itself is gross. And it reminded me, and reminded everybody else of Mortal Kombat X, the way she killed Melina. If anybody knows the game, Devora killed Melina by kissing her and injecting her with her bugs that ate her face, right? We thought that was going to be the fatality for this one. Oh, no. This was a bit different. So she takes her opponent. She vomits green liquid with some maggots in it. They go in the opponent's body. All of a sudden, the now deceased victim is convulsing on the ground uncontrollably, like just shaking like he's having a seizure. So, as the victim is convulsing, all of a sudden, four legs burst out of the chest of the opponent. In this particular case, the opponent was Jax. All right, that's what the opponent was for when they showed it. It was Jax. Four legs burst out of the opponent's chest, out of Jax's chest, right? And Jax's torso is lifted up by the legs. And then the Jax's legs, from the waist down, Jax's torso has been detached from his waist. He's lifted up, and all of a sudden, you see Jax's head just dead weight flopping, and you see it shaking and moving. All of a sudden, it cracks open down the middle, and then the bug's head, the insect's head, bursts out through the neck of Jax's head, replacing Jax's head with his own. And just the sound and the crunching, and you see Jax's face when he's convulsing. You see his face turn green and maggots, and you see maggots in Jax's brain. I said, you know what? This may be one of the most disturbing fatalities in Mortal Kombat history, or one of the best, quote-unquote best, fatalities in Mortal Kombat history. I said, what are my... I said, if I were to rank them, like top 5 fatalities of all time in Mortal Kombat, where would Divorce Fatality rank? I had to think. I said, okay, in my top 5, no particular order, my top 5, my favorite Mortal Kombat fatalities, in my opinion, the best fatalities in Mortal Kombat history, I would say Mortal Kombat 1, Sub-Zero spine rip, because that was the fatality that put Mortal Kombat on the map. Sub-Zero's fatality of Mortal Kombat 1, of him taking your spine out, was the fatality that put Mortal Kombat on the map, without question. You had Scorpions taking his mask off and all that. You had Kano taking the heart out. You had Johnny Cage. Knocking your head off. But none of them had the buzz, so to speak, of Sub-Zero's spine rip. In 1992, Sub-Zero's fatality in Mortal Kombat 1 went viral in 1992. There was no social media. There was no internet. The internet didn't exist yet. Sub-Zero's fatality went viral. So that's in my top 5. I would say Kung Lao's fatality from Mortal Kombat 2. Kung Lao's fatality from Mortal Kombat 2, where he takes his hat and he splits you down the middle. That was something, because we had never seen that before. No fatality in the first Mortal Kombat had someone being split down the middle. That didn't happen. Kung Lao's fatality, somebody was actually split down the middle, and you could see the bones. All that, you can see the bones, the blood, the flesh, all that stuff. So that's in there, my top 5. Number 3, let's say no particular order. Number 3, I would say Ermac. Ermac from Mortal Kombat 10. Mortal Kombat X, I should say. Mortal Kombat X, Ermac, where he levitates you and he twists your entire body, breaks your neck and spine and all that stuff. And then, with his telekinetic powers, takes out your intestines. Large and small intestines. And while he's doing that, he takes your intestines, he squishes your intestines, drops them to the ground, all the while still holding you in the air, still levitating. So that's number 3. So number 4 would be I would say number 4 would be Melina. Melina when she's eating you. Now that could be the Mortal Kombat 2 version where she sucks you up and spits you out. But only reason why I won't say that is because when she spits you out in Mortal Kombat 2, they went crazy with the bones. Like people had like 25 femurs and a whole like. Don't nobody have a whole bunch of thigh bones and like no. So okay, but I mean, just the effect of someone getting sucked up and then getting spit out like the bone clean bones. Okay, but I would say the Mortal Kombat X version of Melina's Fatality, where she takes your head off. She takes your head off with her size. She sticks her size in your head, takes your head off, and then she eats your face. She eats your face. That's nasty. Now my fifth is a tie. My fifth favorite is a tie. They're both Mortal Kombat 11 fatalities. It's a tie between Baraka and Dorvora of Mortal Kombat 11. When they show Baraka's fatality where he took the skin off your face, threw it down, then he took your skull, your skull, well, the face part of your skull off. He snatched that off, threw that down. Then he takes his, what do you call it? His arm claw. I mean, not arm claw. His arm spike. I say arm spike. His arm spike impales your brain and then bites your brain. Bites/eats your brain. That fatality from Mortal Kombat 11 is what made everybody say, "Whoa!" Like they going extra with this one. They're going really extra with this one. And then tied for that is Devora's fatality that we saw yesterday, of her literally laying a clutch of eggs in the person's body and then hatching into one giant bug and eating his way out and poking his arms out and chewing out your face. You know what? No, wait a minute. It might be a three-way tie. A three-way tie for me. I know it sounds crazy. A three-way tie for me. Baraka's, they both from Mortal Kombat 11. Baraka's brain-eating fatality. Devora's bug, or what they call tryptophobia fatality, and Noob Saibot from Mortal Kombat. I'm sorry. Mortal Kombat 9 and 11. Jeez, man. Noob Saibot from Mortal Kombat 9, where he takes his shadow clone jutsu and plays and use your body as a wishbone and splits you in half and hold both sides. That's in there. That's one of my favorites. And let's see. All right.
I didn't catch your name.
Chris.
Chris. Eric. I just moved in California.
Oh, how you doing?
Nice to meet you, bro. You live right here?
Yes.
Okay, nice to meet you.
All right. And sorry, new neighbor. What I say? New Saibot wishbone fatality. New Saibot's new fatality from Mortal Kombat 11, where he takes his scythe, disembowels you, sticks his hand inside of you, injects his shadow clone into you, and his shadow clone goes from a purple mist to a solid form, and the shadow clone takes its hands out of your mouth and literally rips you apart just to get out. And the sounds of the bones cracking and all you hear all of that is absolutely, ooh, that was special. And what else? What else to say? And Devore's Fatality. I said top 5, but as I kept on talking, I kept thinking about more and more and more. But Jesus, man. And here's the thing. That's only one fatality. Every character has 2 fatalities in Mortal Kombat 11. Some of them we seen both fatalities. Most of them we only seen one. So, if Devora did this yesterday, just off her first one, I'm scared to think about what her other one is. The same thing with Noob Saibot. Noob Saibot, his fatality was gruesome. I'm afraid to see what his second one's going to be. Man. But that's just my little list. It was 5, but it kept growing. So I would say about 7 or 8. 7 or 8 of the best fatalities, I think, in Mortal Kombat history. So let me know in the comments section. What do you think of your are the best fatalities in Mortal Kombat history? History. All the Mortal Kombat games. Let me know in the comment section what do you think are the best fatalities in Mortal Kombat history. All right? Catch y'all later. Peace.